Hey Pewter Report listeners, James Hill here, back with yet another video. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have already started the process of making roster cuts, and boy oh boy, have they been busy, man. So many players have unfortunately lost their jobs, and let's go over the list. And this has been reported by various sources, of course us here at Pewter Report. You've also got Greg Auman of Fox Sports, Rick Stroud of the Tampa Bay Times, as well as other various national media sources as well. But the list goes as follows: cornerback Don Gardner, inside linebacker Ulysses Gilbert, outside linebacker Hamilcar Rashed, wide receiver Cade Warner, cornerback Rodarius Williams, wide receiver Tay Barber, wide receiver Kalen Geiger, defensive lineman Deidrin Sanat, offensive lineman John Molchon, safety Avery Young, offensive tackle Michael Neese, safety Nolan Turner, running back Ronnie Brown, cornerback Anthony Chesley, defensive lineman Willington Prevlian, running back Patrick Laird, inside linebacker Brandon Boyer Randall, and then finally, recent 7th round draft pick, outside edge rushing linebacker Jose Ramirez. And there are a couple of names that are interesting on this list to me that I could very well see back on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers practice squad. Firstly, you look at a guy, or a couple of the veterans, right? I think that Patrick Laird can definitely be back on the practice squad. I think that Deidrin Sanat can definitely, and I would pretty much assumedly, have him back on the practice squad if he does not get an offer to join another team's roster. Maybe Anthony Chesley as well. I think that he's done some good things for the Bucs in the past, especially in the preseason and whatnot. I think he could be back also. But also, you take a look at some other guys, maybe Rodarius Williams, maybe. He didn't get too much of a time there, and maybe he could be brought back as a cornerback, wide receiver. Maybe they'd like to bring back a guy like Tay Barber, who I know has done some good things for them. John Molchon, I would almost 100% think is going to be back on the practice squad just because of his versatility. And then finally, you take a look at Jose Ramirez, obviously just a couple months ago, he was the 7th round draft pick of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I would expect him back on the practice squad also. So there are a few guys there, right? Now maybe you throw in Nolan Turner in there as well. So maybe like 6 guys there that could be practice squad guys. You know, Nolan Turner, Anthony Chesley, Patrick Laird, Jose Ramirez, also Deidrin Sanat, I think you could throw into that list as well. Or Darius Williams, maybe you could throw in there. Tay Barber, John Molchon. Okay, so maybe it's more than 6. Maybe it's like 8 or 9, whatever it may be, right? Point being, though, is that there are definitely some guys there that I think have a future on the Buccaneers practice squad, and their time in Tampa is not done just yet. But even if it is, I wish nothing but the best for all of these guys. You know, in whatever the future holds for them, be with the Buccaneers, be with another team. In the NFL in general, wish them nothing but the best, because it's not fun to lose your job, right? And all these guys were competing for roster spots, competing for depth chart spots in some way, shape, or form, and they unfortunately weren't able to make the cut in Tampa Bay, at least initially. So, you know, wish nothing but the best for these guys, and wherever they end up, you know, again, there's a lot of decently interesting names there, not just for the Bucs, but also around the league as well. Former Buck Brashad Perriman got released today, as well as some other, you know, guys that have been out there that can be interesting names. That's why we talk about, you know, the initial 53-man roster, right? Because it's not a guarantee. You know, other teams release players. The Buccaneers could have interest in adding a guy or two from other teams. Even on the practice squad, just bring them in, and you never really know. So, you know, we'll see what the future holds for all these guys now that they are gone. Could end up on other practice squads. You know, could end up back with the Bucs. We will have to wait and see. But yeah, man. You know, some of the interesting guys battling for backup roster spots like Nolan Turner, Deidrin Sanat, Anthony Chesley was pretty interesting there. John Molchon is a very good, versatile offensive lineman, in my opinion. Tay Barber is a guy who did show some good things in camp. Kalen Geiger, I know, is a guy that a lot of Bucs fans certainly liked. So there definitely are some names there that make you go, huh, you know, that's interesting. Wonder what their future may hold there. Also, Cade Warner, obviously, was a little bit of a fan favorite, son of Kurt Warner. So that's another guy that I know a lot of Bucs fans are definitely going to be somewhat interested in somewhere down the line to see what his future is. But folks, let me know your thoughts and opinions about all these roster cuts down in the comments section below. What do you think about some of these guys who did get cut? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions about this. There's going to be plenty more news coming out. We will continue to recap this as it happens, so stay tuned, folks, because there's going to be a lot of news coming out. And yeah, of course, as always, we'll have you guys updated here on Pewter Report as it comes through. Also, I just want to say for the upcoming hurricane, anybody who does live in Florida, the upcoming storm, stay safe, folks. As a native Floridian myself, I know that hurricanes are not fun, so definitely stay safe, everybody. Everything's going to be good down here at the fort as well for us here at Pewter Report, as we'll continue to keep you updated on all things Buccaneers, even through some storms. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed. As always, we'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now. See you soon.